Good morning, everybody, and well, what a year it's been in the world of Lego. It's safe to say that for some people this may feel like a fairly average first couple of months of the year, but for me it's had some pretty good highs, you might be able to say, and I think it's sort of been beyond the dream. So as we do from now and again on the channel, we're going to take a look through all the things that have been happening over the last months. It's been kind of crazy, and as I don't really have many friends, we're going to share my opinions with people who don't care on the internet. So, with that started, let's go over everything, all the crucial and important stuff that's been happening in the last couple of months in LEGO since we did this in January. And I like sharing opinions, I like talking about things, and we're going to go through with a quick recap before we get to the big items. If you're long fans of the channel, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's sort of a big three going on here. However, one thing I didn't get to talk about is the January 2023 modular building. That was, of course, the Jazz Club. And it's pretty solid. I like the depth. I like having the pizzeria off to the side. All of the figures look absolutely fantastic. The interior is so to me. I really love the face print for the band manager, as well as all the uniforms for the band people and the singers and so on. The architecture style is really nice. Just not my favorite. I think it's a fairly safe one. It's fairly strong. I would probably put it above the original police station, below my modification of the police station, because I really didn't like the interior of that one, but below something like the boutique hotel. But it does feel quintessentially modular. It is an icon ready to happen, just like it should be. So moving swiftly on, of course, to another staple of the years these days is the botanical collection. The wildflower bouquet is okay. It's fine. It probably has more personality than the original set, but the original set's more iconic. However, my personal favourite and second favourite flower set they've done so far is the floral centerpiece. The autumnal colours look gorgeous. I love all of the parts, all of the tans and the dark tans and the light yellows and the olive greens look beautiful off the bat. It works brilliantly as either a wall hanging, and personally I would love to connect three of them together and make a lovely table centerpiece. It's something that I may consider doing one day, but I definitely want to pick up one of these when it goes on sale before it retires. Even 20% off I think would be enough because it's pretty cheap, but I think it would just look really great on a table. Unfortunately, I just don't have a table, so if I buy one, it is going to be for a very niche purpose, really. It's not going to look great to start with, but it's definitely a set I want for the future. Then moving into, okay, I'm serious this time, a good set. This is Duplo at its prime to me. This is the growing carrot set, part of the new vegetables and farming range for Duplo. You've got the watering can to water it, and you've got this carrot that splits into segments. But he's just adorable. I'll hint at him. He has inspired a Zelda custom set, so take that as you will. And I'm not sure what this rain cloud thing is about, but we'll find out when I buy it on March 1st, because I think it's so cute. I really want one. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Then moving into a set that has been much beloved by LEGO fans, and I'm actually going to continue the statement here. Yeah, this ain't made for us. However, I don't think there's anything horrendously wrong with it either. It's bright, it's colourful, it does what Ideas is supposed to, and that is target a huge niche. However, the amount of interest we've seen towards this set from a group that maybe weren't necessarily into the LEGO system is fantastic. It does serve its purpose. It's exactly what it should be for someone set to get people into the LEGO system that weren't necessarily into it before. As for me, nope, I won't be buying it. However, I'm really curious to see how this performs, and I think it does look really charming and works in the style of a sitcom set. I think the figures are a standout though, absolutely fantastic. New hair pieces, new colours, and they look really great. They've done a fantastic job with it, although they sort of had to because the original submission didn't have much going on. However, I think this is perfectly substantial, and I'm willing to give this a big seal of approval. This would be on the underrated sets list because y'all are hating on it for no apparent reason. Yeah, it's simple, but you forget. You people are the same people that would buy 4+ sets because it had an exclusive Spider-Man or something. So get over it and move on. Not every set is for you. Next up, we have the A-frame cabin, which again saw a lot of mixed opinions. It's fine, it exists, it does look really cute, it does give treehouse vibes, but it also falls into the same categories like the medieval blacksmith, where I'm not hugely interested. I think the figures look great. I love that new blue torso with like the winter like woolen pattern on it. It looks fantastic. I don't know how to feel about the fact that you can switch the minifigures around. I don't feel like that needed to be advertised on the box. That's just sort of something that you do anyway. If we're really at the point where people aren't creative enough to know that they can change their heads around, I think that's slightly worrying. But next up, my favourite part is the prints and the butterflies. I already hated that butterfly piece because it wasn't printed, but now to have moths and butterflies on it, I want recolours of this. I want so many different butterflies now that we've got them here. They look fantastic. I'd love to see more. But it's a cute set that was changed for the better. The original one falled into that ideas category of it was just too grimy. And yeah, I know adults want grimy, but I don't. I want cute. And this serves the same purpose of a treehouse, where the treehouse went from this almost jungle-like build to this really, really wholesome build. And the same thing here. Good parts are just not for me. It's not doing anything for me special, not enough to spend that much money. I'd rather go for the lighthouse. Next up, we have the Creator 3-in-1 set for the March 1st wave. This is the Tropical Parrot. I'm so glad this is in the blue and yellow colour scheme. I think he looks absolutely fantastic. I love all the builds. I love the use of Technic bushings on his legs. I'll definitely be picking him up. He looks adorable. It's another one of these Creator 3-in-1s where they've absolutely nailed an animal, and I think it looked great for it. Then this is a set we've already talked about in the best and underrated sets of January, and this was the Skimwing Adventure from Avatar. However, this is now higher up the list, which is the reason we're bringing it up again after seeing the movie. I think this creature design is so cool. I talked about it before, but after seeing it in the movie, it's done it for me. This is the watch the movie, get the set kind of impulse buy. Just needed to go on sale because 30 is a bit too much. I do want to try out the new Navi minifigures, even though I know I'm going to hate them. Some really interesting things, and I just think it's a really good representation of said Skimwing. I just wish that RDA Samson and Site 26 set was a lot cheaper, because that would definitely make its way into my collection. I love the figures from that set, and I think it's my favourite from the original movie, which is I also do love. But I thought Way of the Water was pretty good, and I really love this creature design. It's just a fan of fantasy, so I would love to have this one in my collection now too. A set that hasn't quite come out yet, Tournament of the Black Lake. I wasn't as in on the remaking this as a lot of people were. I know everyone has been wanting this set for years and years and years. However, I'm into this set because I just think it looks fantastic. However, I probably won't buy it because the price is absurd. I love the Grindylow, but still haven't bought the Cornish Pixie, so I think the Chamber of Secrets still falls higher on my list. I love the duality of it. It's fantastic. I love it when they do these things, which are sort of usually associated with either fan designs or being a little bit quirky. Where they have like the separation of the above water and the below water bit, something we saw them experiment a lot more with the Avatar Way of Water sets like the Met Hyena Reef Home. I love all of the undersea creatures, the figures fantastic, the Merperson and Crumb stand out in particular. I love the build above the water. I just wish it was more in depth or was cheaper, because I really can't justify it at £40, so the same price as the Botanical Collection for what is essentially a 15-minute build, because unfortunately, even with 349 pieces, this does not look very complex, and that is just a bit of a shame. Next up, a set I also talked about last time was the Blacktron Cruiser GWP. I did end up getting the Blacktron GWP, as you'd know if you follow my community tab. I love this. It's fantastic. It's going to be a great comparison to the Galaxy Explorer, which we'll talk about later again, because I haven't managed to pick that up yet. The design is fantastic. Yeah, being a GWP is a bit annoying. However, I think this is one of the best GWPs we've had in years. It's absolutely fantastic. I love the opportunity to get more Blacktron figures, and it's recreated the original aesthetics of the set while fitting the new like modern space styling that we've got with the Galaxy Explorer and other things so perfectly. I'm so glad it's Blacktron 1. If it was any other space faction, I wouldn't have cared, but we love Blacktron 1, so just blew me out of expectations even once I actually had it. I'm so glad I picked it up. Moving into a couple of predictions for later in the year. I made this prediction earlier in this year. I'm going to reiterate it here. We're getting a lot of Disney stuff this year. The Haunted Mansion and the Mini Disney Castle were huge successes. I would hope that if we see another Disney Park landmark set around the £30 to £50 price tag, that it will be It's a Small World. I would kill for an It's a Small World set based off the clock tower at the front. I really think it's fairly likely. I really hope that the landmark does fall into this. It would truly just epitomise this year as the greatest year, but I'm going to will this one into existence for the time being. I hope we get it at some point. And then moving into stuff we talked about last week, in January I listed this as my sort of sets that I wanted to pick up soonish, or sets that were on my wanted list, and you can see a lot of these were January 1st releases, such as the Mario character packs, which it is rumoured like we might not be getting any more of. Stuff like the Swamp Adventure, Alia's Room, the Lord of the Rings Brickheads, Boutique Hotel, Haunted Mansion, and I just wanted to show you guys that since January, or I suppose when I recorded that video in December, it now looks a bit like this. So a lot of those sets have indeed been picked up. Others, like the Pinata, have fallen down my wanted list a little bit. Stuff like the Galaxy Explorer is still on here, the Boutique Hotel. I stuck with a lot of smaller stuff, but they have been acquired. A large amount of stuff has been acquired since then, either through Christmas or January sales, or getting the Blacktron Cruiser, which was an expensive threshold. Adding to that list, we've got some more stuff. We're gonna get to a lot of this stuff. Either it's stuff we've talked about or stuff that's come out since. The most notable exception being that the Motorized Lighthouse has now managed to wheedle its way onto my list, along with stuff like the Chamber of Secrets. Don't worry, we're getting to the big stuff. I promise we're gonna talk about my most wanted things ever all coming true in 1 year. But before we get there, there's one other thing, of course, the collector's edition for Tears of the Kingdom. I am still debating whether I want to pick this one up. I think it's going to come down a lot to how they market this game in the lead up in the next month before I make my pre-order. I am still trending towards standard edition right now, although looking at it again, I kind of want it. I don't know, it's almost double the price. That's like half a Galaxy Explorer. I've got some difficult decisions ahead to make. Okay, moving into some rumours for the summer. I won't be showing any pictures of anything that has or potentially will leak. There's a rumour for a city ice cream shop. If this includes one of the ice cream pieces recoloured into a like vanilla piece or something, or just looks around the same style as 2014 City Square, I'm all in. I would love a nice ice cream shop to go with the truck. Please be the same branding as last year and not the ugly penguin branding. And I really would like a vanilla recolouring of the ice cream suit as well. Then there are Jurassic Park sets rumoured. If we get another one of these Jeeps from the diorama in a cheaper set, I will totally buy that instead of this diorama, because I do love the diorama, but I don't really, I just want the Jeeps, to be honest. It's my most wanted. I'm not a huge fan of the wet printing because I have the gate. I just really want the green Jeep in its ultimate form. So if that's the way to do it, then this set, fine, I will buy this set. However, if there's a Playscale set coming out that's just even a little bit cheaper and maybe has the dinosaurs, some different figures, I'll buy that instead, because I really is the Jeep, and I'm just trying to save money knowing what's coming up on the list. However, I do still love the diorama. Dilophosaurus set also has me excited. Just anything based off that original movie will just be wonderful, because that original movie is so great. There's also a rumour that we're getting Harry Potter Battle of Hogwarts. This is a potential chance for my prediction, or my most wanted sets list from when I did my Dream Lego sets list. The courtyard from the 7th movie I would love to have in either a destroyed or completed form for Hogwarts Playscale. Really hoping we get this summer, maybe with a troll or something, but that's not point. I want the Viaduct Bridge and Courtyard to be this set, because I predicted, well, I didn't predict it, I said I would really love to get it as a set. Again, just adding to this year would be lovely. As for the Giant leak, we focused on one set in particular. I've put all the others on here. So I put it into 3 categories. We've got the Axe It, the Keep It, and the Love It category. If I'm marking a set as Axe It, I think that they should cancel this set. Obviously, all of these sets were leaked in preliminary stages, meaning they could get cancelled if they're trying to cut back, which I think after 2022 they might be. So the ones that I would like them to axe are the Donald Duck character build, the Burrow, the Sail Barge, and the Sorting Hat. You know, just in case anyone from Lego's watching and you want to take my opinion into account, because I think I've got a pretty good opinion. We don't need a Sail Barge that's big. The Sorting Hat looked bad. The Burrow really just looked like the Playscale one. Just do another Playscale one if you're that desperate, or just don't retire the other one. And then Donald Duck, I just keep Mickey and Minnie special, and if you're going to do Donald, add Daisy. It just doesn't work. As for the Keep It, Snow White's Cottage, it's got its place among fans. If I'm saying keep it, I probably won't buy it, but I think it should be out there, because again, not every set is for me, but I think it has its place in the lineup. The Snow White's Cottage, the Medieval Village, the Gotham art, which looks absolutely fantastic. The Simba, which also looked incredible, almost like a model, not Lego at all. And the X-Mansion, people have been waiting for so long. Keep all of these around, and of course, the goat in the medieval village. I don't think, personally, that Lego should have been peer pressured into remoulding it, and maybe it won't reappear. However, the build itself is what I care about. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It's giving me Winter Village vibes, but obviously in the medieval style. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Depending on how good it is and how cheap it is, I may buy it. It's the closest on the keep it list beyond Simba to getting on the love it list, which is two of them. One that I was interested in before we saw the leak of Maleficent Dragon diorama, which is obviously features outside the Floridor Lego store, but also just looks gorgeous. I would love to get a good fancy dragon build for that. I think that could be really, really interesting. Although I'm not a huge fan of Sleeping Beauty, I do think that could be a really, really cool build. I'm really interested in that. And the Barad-dûr set, however, my personal recommendation for Barad-dûr would be that they shrink it. 4,000 pieces is a little bit much. I think we could go micro scale and do a £100 desk piece. Would look a lot better, still include the minifigures, and it would be a lot more affordable to people that just want the eye on the shelf. It didn't need to be 4,000 pieces, is it? No one's buying that as a playset. It's not like Orthanc. It would have also helped to distinguish the two. I suppose the contrast, to my opinion, there is it has to be at least the same type as Orthanc, or else people who have the original tower would be a bit peeved if the tower with the eye was smaller than Orthanc. But that's just my thoughts on the other things that leaked in that big, huge leak that is not showing any pictures because, of course, I do not want to get taken out by the ninjas. But beyond that, of course, there were some other things that leaked that we're getting to. We're working our way up there. It's time for the big ones. This is the stuff that I've all predicted and have been eagerly awaiting, and I can't all believe it's happening in 1 year. And obviously, this was all overshadowed by one reveal, but this has truly been one of the craziest dreamlike months for being a Lego fan, just ever. And it could get even better if some of my other predictions, like It's a Small World or the rumoured Harry Potter set, even come true. It could just be the best year. What if the Jeeps come out in a better set as well? It could genuinely be unbeatable on a personal level. Now I realise the year, like looking at it so far, is being kind of in the middle. It's not had any hugely great so far. However, we're only February. We'll give it some time. However, it's time for the big ones. Firstly, we had this be revealed in mid-January. This is the Disney Celebrations 4-pack BrickHeadz. I'm in this for one guy, that is Oswald. Oswald in a set is beyond exciting to me. I grew up with the Epic Mickey games. He was the original one before Mouse. To see Disney, let alone Lego, represent him in form is truly something I never expected to see. It was always a pipe wish. Steamboat Mickey, of course, was something I'd always wanted beyond another Mickey version, so to get him here is great. And Tink and Snow look white, look fantastic. However, I'm here for the rabbit. There's still a debatable. I may try and bricklink him, just because it will be cheaper than getting all four. However, I do like the others, and it's £39 here. It's debatable. It just might save me money. We'll see how it goes, because really I do only just want Oswald, although the others are really, really lovely. But he was the first one to get revealed that was just truly something special. However, there's a minifigure series that leaked, and again, not showing images, that, oh, if you've been around on my channel, you know I've talked about these before. I have wanted a Sorcerer Mickey for my entire life, since I was 4. I've wanted it. Disney Series 1 came, went, no. Series 2, I really thought that was going to be it, but they used the stupid ideas rule to give us Steamboat Mickey because, oh, we can't do more than an ideas set. Yeah, okay, you'd almost given up on that rule anyway. But where was Sorcerer Mickey? I thought the time had passed. We were never going to get it, especially when that castle set came in the 4+ line. We didn't get a Sorcerer Mickey there. We got Night Mickey, which I also did love, but Sorcerer Mickey, I never thought we'd get him. And Oswald as a minifigure and Sorcerer Mickey are both coming in the minifigure series, and I couldn't be more excited. Now, this isn't coming out of nowhere. I've talked about this before. I've talked about this potentially more than I've talked about Lego Lord of the Rings and anything else other than Lego Zelda. This is my second most talked about thing here on the channel, is the missed potential of the 4+ Lego sets. And all the way back in 13 Dream Lego sets, which was nearly 2 years ago, I said Sorcerer Mickey and Oswald the Lucky Rabbit as a minifigure, and they're both coming in this series, and it makes me so happy. I cannot wait to pick these up day one. As soon as I can find these, I will go out, I will find them, I will hunt them down, and I will get them because they look so amazing. Again, can't show the leaks. Of course, I'll probably talk about the series when it reveals. The only other one I'm going to get is Cruella. I'm staying light, but Oswald is here, and he's got a wonderful 1x2 print. I'm going to give him his remote because I know him from the games, and also Mickey with a broom. Well, do you know, they're using my broom design, just without the arms, so I'm totally displaying with the brooms. He also looks fantastic. I'm so glad. 2 of my most wanted figures of all time. Now, Sorcerer Mickey probably is going to be one of my favourite, like, top 5 figures. Like, the Gingerbread Man is still my favourite figure. But him or Oswald, I've got to nearly top it. Like, not totally top it because of the nostalgia, but, like, it's pretty close. Either way, really, really special moment. If it'd been the only thing this year, I would have just been happy. The year would have been passed. It was fantastic, but of course it wasn't. This in fact came after another piece of news. which we'll get to. Another thing in that Dream Lego set list, of course, was Lego Lord of the Rings reboot. Now, we hasn't quite come true in the form I wanted, however, this is a good step in the right direction. First, of course, we started off with the BrickHeads, but now we have this. Now, I was ready to hate on this. I thought, it's going to be micro scale, it's going to look too similar to Hogwarts Castle, it's going to look atrocious, but now after watching the reviews and seeing all the early stuff, I can comfortably say that this sits in a different colour palette and looks gorgeous. It's potentially one of the most gorgeous sets I've ever seen, it truly is. Not quite Disney Castle level, but definitely above Hogwarts Castle as far as prettiness, and obviously it's not in micro scale. You have a dreamy selection of figures. Now, I do have a couple of nitpicks with the set, which we'll get to in a second. The statues inclusion, the armor pack of like all the different weapons is beyond a dream. I never thought that would happen. It actually gives me hope that we'd get a Molten Master Sword. Would be also really, really ecstatic. The dress printing to allow them to sit down, the lovely little murals of Sauron fighting Isildur and Celebrimbor forging the One Ring. And the gazebo and the trees look gorgeous. The building, the roof, so special. The interior of all the little things is fantastic, and the actual ring pedestal is beyond perfect. Bilbo's little room. I love getting old Bilbo's face, and just the whole fellowship, Arwen and just random elves and Elrond. It just wipes any need to ever get the Council of Elrond set from 2012 off my list entirely. I'm getting it. I wasn't going to, but I'm totally getting it. I love the nature area as well with the bridge and so on, and it looks fantastic. Now, my very, very small nitpicks, and they are very, very small, and they're all fixable. Arwen's face sucks. Go to the community tab, and I will have posted my face choice. I'm choosing the face from Shell from Portal. You can see how that looks over in the community tab. Just her face is such a rubbish reuse, the Monica Geller one, but obviously it's been used in other places as well. What a weird decision to make, but she looks great apart from that, and although I don't like her as a character, I think she was so cool in the first movie, but so disappointing in the second one when she just laid down. Yeah, no, so 1, change the face. 2, can't decide on Legacy's hair. I really like the new hair mould. I think it looks fantastic. However, there's a part of me that thinks that the old one might look better on him specifically, so I'm going to order an extra one of those and change that out. And 3, which I'm pretty sure is their mistake, switching Mary and Sam's heads. They've got the wrong eyebrows. I think they've just put the wrong hair colours on each, because Mary looks better with the orange and Sam looks better with the light nougat. So we'll be switching those around as well, but that's an inset fix. And then lastly, I kind of wish the Moonstone from The Hobbit, which is one of my favourite shots from the first Hobbit movie, where Elrond reads the runestones, was included under the waterfall or something. It wouldn't have been too hard to do, although I can't think of an easy way to do it. So then again, I'm just talking out my mouth, so I won't be adding that one. But 3 small changes to a gorgeous set that presents fairly good value at £429. The saving has already begun. I'll have it by Christmas. What a fantastic set. I really hope it stays around for a while to allow people that can't afford it off the bat to get it, especially if the Barad-dûr rumours come true. I don't know how I feel about them both being so expensive, but that's neither here nor there. That's another video when Barad-dûr comes out. But this is so luscious. The fern piece as well. I'm going to talk about the fern piece. The fern piece is fantastic. I love it. I love it on a personal level. It also appered in a certain Deku leak, so that pretty much confirms that that leak is in the later stages of development at least, and that maybe West Talbot's working on it too, because it looks perfect for N64 foliage. I'm going to be picking up some extra ones to decorate any mocks and stuff I do, but also for Zelda Synth Plus, so that's fantastic to have a plant element that's so perfect for that, but also just looks so great in general. And then I mentioned another thing in 13 Dream Lego sets, and I've made a large proportion of what we do here on the channel solely dedicated to it. And if you're still here in the video, this is what you've been waiting for. I've made so many videos. I've made 3 videos recently when this got leaked. But there was a thing that happened. Yeah, it's been over a month now. I'm still in shock, kind of. I still don't believe that this is happening, but there's so much evidence pointing towards it happening. And when I said earlier that if one of these figures comes to fruition, it will truly be my favourite minifigure of all time, like beating out the gingerbread. Okay, Renov, it will take 2nd place. If they make a adult Link based off Skyward Sword, that will be my favourite figure ever. If they do a Skyward Sword Link, that will truly be the best figure ever. But this will be 2nd, Breath of the Wild Link and Child Link and Zelda. This set has grown on me the more and more I look at it. Even looking at the Breath of the Wild one, it's getting really, really much more. It grows on me every time I look at it. I've got so many thoughts with it. I can't wait to see images. I can't wait for the fact that we may get a line. There's part of me that thinks that this might be the only thing, and Nintendo might be like, oh, it's for older children, so it has to be 18 plus. But I really hope there are play scale sets. I will be so disappointed if we don't just get a normal adult Link figure. Don't worry, we're gonna do all of the things with it when it comes out. That's when I think it's gonna come out. Probably not 2023. I'm gonna be honest. I'm thinking January 2024. Or February or March, I think, is where I think, then leading into either a spring, January, or summer playscale wave next year. I'm hoping January, personally. Actually, I'm not hoping January because I do not want to go to the Lego store on New Year's Day because that would just be a little bit awkward. But if I have to, I will. Beyond that, it's so incomprehensible to me that after 12 years and it finally coming true that I still can't believe it. It's almost everything I wanted from this if it happened, and just in all of the unexpected ways as well. The amount of love that you can tell that whoever's designed this has already put into it, and this is a prelim image, is truly fantastic. I really have no real nitpicks. I've already put a small basket together of things I want to add to it, such as heart flowers for the Ocarina of Time version, which is about it. That's all I kind of really want to add, all I need to buy that I want to add anyway, at least until we see more detailed images. And it's so special, even if it doesn't come out this year. The fact that we saw it this year makes 2023 my favourite year in existence for this company, just ever. Like, 2020 was amazing, 2012 was amazing, 2014 was one of my favourites, but 2023 has truly given me almost everything, or near enough everything that I've wanted. And to think we're in February, there is a summer wave to go, and there are like surprises. There are a whole raft of Disney animation sets still coming out, and we are just crossing into March. Whew. Like, it doesn't matter if Lego Zelda doesn't come out this year. It's something else. It's so beyond excited for that. Which brings us back to the highlights for this year. We have Rivendell, of course, coming out March 1st. I'm going to aim for any promos around the second half of the year, September, October, November. We've got the Disney Brick Code, which I'm currently looking into, seeing whether it's worth me getting Oswald or all four of them together. We've got Tears of the Kingdom, of course, coming out. That just makes this year even better on just another level. We've got a Tears of the Kingdom trailer with 7 days after getting the Zelda reveal, or the Zelda leak, I should say, which is so special. We've got Lego Zelda on the horizon, 2 fantastic Disney minifigures that I cannot wait to own, and Lord of the Rings Brickheads, and of course just Lord of the Rings returning in Lego form, and more rumours that are setting up the year to be even better. What a time we're going into. The next couple of months are going to be crazy, so breaking it down, as far as I'm concerned, this is pretty much how I've been feeling. Long stop for the last month. It's been great for motivation. These guys are huge priorities. Tears of the Kingdom comes out on May 12th. I will be buying it day one. The minifigures also come out in May or April. We don't know yet. If it's May 1st, it's fine. It's a day one either way. Rivendell's going to wait, and the Deku Tree will be a day one. These are the things that I'm currently panically saving for. As for other stuff that I refuse to let retire, so these are sets that I'm 100% going to pick up before they retire. Now, the big concern here is that Galaxy Explorer and the Jeeps are supposed to retire at the end of this year. Galaxy Explorer I will get because I have the Blacktron. It's 100% guaranteed. I have the original. I must get it. The Jeeps, as I've already mentioned, if the Jeeps come in another set and they look as good, then I'll buy that set instead because the T-Rex is just okay. The Boutique Hotel, another modular, that's got another year on it, so I'm not worried about that one. And then the Exotic Parrot will probably retire at the end of this year, although maybe not. Either way, it's a £20 one. I can just pick it up easy. And then I also won't let the Disney Brickheads, which are also set to retire at the end of this year, retire. I'll definitely get Oswald, if nothing else. He's got nothing exclusive on him, which is good. And I'll get the others if I feel like it, and if it's like a huge difference, right? Like if I can get Oswald for under £10, I probably will just get Oswald and then let the others, because I just need Oswald, really, if I'm being super honest with myself. But Boutique Hotel, again, that's probably got another year on it, so I think I'm okay there. So definitely these two are the priority. But that's actually going to do it for today's look back over all of the wonderful sets that have been revealed so far, and my rough spending plan, I guess, for what's about to happen. Oh, wow. I know it's not going to be the same for everyone, but on a personal level, this truly is just the most special year. And I hope that comes across. But those are my thoughts on a recap. I know no one cares, but I had to get it out there. So much has happened. So much is excited for. What are you looking forward to in the world of LEGO, or the world outside LEGO? In the next couple of months, there'll be updates on this community tab. Follow, me, subscribe, and just watch as all my dreams come true, basically. Am I dreaming? Do I need to wake up? Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.